Yay, the good times are finally back. After a few quieter weeks of releases, the upcoming week is jam-packed with quality, including one of the Switch's biggest releases to date and an import title you're going to want to know about. Well, hello and welcome to SwitchedOn. My name's Paul and I'm going to be taking a look at what's going down on the Nintendo Switch eShop this week with my picks of those big releases, a quick roundup of the final selections from Nintendo's big summer sale, which ends this week, and some news on games getting patched up. So settle back, because it's going to be a jam-packed episode. First up are a couple of appetizers, and they are Rise Race the Future and Picross Lord of the Nazareth. And Rise Race the Future is an arcade racing game that tries to emulate games like Sega Rally and Ridge Racer. I previewed this one a week ago if you want to check that out, and I won't say too much more now, as you can check out my full review on this one by clicking the link above. If you like the look of it though, it's just £16 or $16.49. Now the Picross series of games are hugely popular, finding the perfect home on the Nintendo DS range of systems before transferring over to the Switch. The next entry in the series is a crossover with the classic Picross gameplay and the Overlord series, which I must admit I've never heard of. But it looks like a cool twist on standard Picross, and I'm sure fans of the series will be hitting this one up instantly. My only thought here is the aesthetic lends itself to a Halloween release, so Midsummer is a little strange for this one. Thursday is the day that this one hits the store, and it's £8.99 and $9.99. Now next up is Wolfenstein Youngblood, which comes from Bethesda, and it's also worth mentioning that Porting Wizards Panic Button are behind the development of this game, and those guys usually hit it out the park with previous Switch ports like Doom, Rocket League and the initial Wolfenstein on Switch. The latest entry in this long-running series follows the usual protagonist, JP Blazkowicz's daughters, as they search for their missing father in Nazi-occupied Paris. A couple of interesting points to note here, and that is the game can be played co-op, a first for Wolfenstein, and also their eye-catchingly low price. This one is launching for just £24.99 and $29.99 on Friday, so one to possibly pick up there. A couple of sporting efforts now, and first up, a game I'll be importing from Japan, and that is the Tokyo Olympic Games 2020, which for some strange reason comes out a year before the real Olympics actually take place. Arriving on the Japanese eShop on the 24th from Sega for around £35 once the conversions are done. I've demoed this collection of sporty minigames a week or so ago, and I've really liked what I've played so far. It features a slightly more realistic take on a range of sports than say something like the upcoming Mario and Sonic Olympic game, and will launch with an initial 14 sports, with 4 more being added to it in the coming months. This is looking super polished already, considering the range of sports that have been included, such as football, baseball, boxing, table tennis, alongside the usual track and field staples in an Olympics game. I'll be producing plenty of content on this one during the next week, so please stay tuned to the channel if you like the sound of this one. Now, it was a real pleasant surprise on Friday to get the announcement that Super Mega Baseball 2 was finally coming to the Switch. This is a game that a lot of people have been wanting, me included, and after denying they were working on it for the longest time, developers Metalhead Software are finally dropping their game on the eShop next Thursday for £23.89 and $29.99. Super Mega Baseball 2 takes the original's cartoony look, makes the players look a little less wacky and a bit more lifelike, which works really well, and although the game has that cartoony look, the physics and simulation of baseball bubbling underneath is really solid. This Ultimate Edition features online play, including some modes that have cross-platform play, 60 frames per second in both docked and handheld modes, and a Deep League mode where you can customise pretty much anything in the game, from the players' names, looks, team names, uniforms, logos, animations, just the whole gamut of things can be edited here. So if you'd like to have a tinker, this is the game for you. It's just a hugely deep and really cool game. This will be another game that should be getting plenty of playtime and coverage on the channel next week, so again, stay tuned if you like the look of this one. Now before I get into this week's big release, there are a bunch of games I wanted to include in this video, but it would have run on for hours, so here's a quick roundup of some smaller games that have caught my eye. Rightio, it's time for this week's main event, and that of course is Fire Emblem The Three Houses. It's incredible to think this strategy RPG series first started nearly 30 years ago and has been a Nintendo staple ever since, releasing on pretty much every console Nintendo has released since that time. Whilst the Switch has had a Fire Emblem spin-off game, with the excellent Fire Emblem Warriors Musou game releasing back in 2017, this is the first mainline Fire Emblem game on the Switch and the first mainline game since 2017's Shadow of Valentia, which was actually a remake of a 1992 title. In fact, Three Houses is actually the first home console release of the series since 2007. So yeah, it's been some time since fans have got their hands on some new Fire Emblem content, and this one is looking absolutely superb, taking the classic turn-based strategy gameplay we all love and adding in some free roaming elements and Persona style time management choices alongside the text heavy story cutscenes. The new graphical style looks great, taking inspiration from Fire Emblem Warriors, and the battle animations now playing out in a 3D style on the battlefield rather than the traditional 2D side-on style, and boy does it look amazing. This has been one of my most anticipated series of games landing on the Switch since the console launched, and I can't wait to dive in. Fire Emblem The Three Houses arrives on Friday for £49.99, $59.99, and there is also a deluxe edition which includes a season pass. Well wow, what a week that promises to be, and with a week so good, what do you need in your life? More time to play all these great games, or more money to buy them? Let me know in the poll on the side of the video. So, with the huge summer sale Nintendo were running coming to an end this Thursday, and those 150 odd titles will be shooting back up in price, I've already produced a couple of videos outlining 30 games that I'd recommend picking up, so please check those out if you're still struggling to decide what to buy. But today I thought I'd pick out a few different games that I'd really recommend not missing out on picking up for a budget price. First up is JCB Pioneer Mars, which whilst having a few performance issues, if you're a fan of these simulation type games, then a massive 70% off will allow you to experience this fun simulation game for just £5.99. Check out a first impressions playthrough I did whilst recovering from quite bad flu last Xmas. Mega Man fans may want to check out the excellent 20XX, which is a homage to those classic platform games but with a roguelike twist, and there's 50% off this one, making it just £6.49. A game I picked up recently for less than £1 is 911 Operator, which is a really fun resource management simulation and sees you working as an emergency services dispatcher, taking frantic 911 calls which are voice acted really well, and then using your available units to go deal with those issues. Some really clever mechanics in this game, and its current price means you should really give it a try. And finally, just a little reminder that most of Nintendo's own IPs are on great sales, so it's a great time to buy brilliant games like Octopath Traveler, Super Mario Party, and just one of the absolute best games that you can buy on the Nintendo Switch, Splatoon 2. And all of those are down to around about £33. Now what have you bought in the big summer sale? Let me know below, and remember, if you are outside of the EU and want to take advantage of any of these reductions, then maybe take a look at my video that I produced in the week of how to set up an EU account. It's really simple to do, and it may help you save a buck or two. Okay, patch news this week is really dominated actually by the disappointing lack of a patch. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was due its first of a promised series of small quick fixes, but that failed to materialise. Instead, we got a news release on Friday stating that a patch is still due, but it will involve some balancing tweaks and a few gameplay changes. But any performance fixes are actually still in the works with no ETA. Real shame that this one is taking some time to get right, but I'm enjoying it nevertheless, and to be honest, I wouldn't be put off too much in getting this if Switch is your only platform. The only other noteworthy patch this week was a fairly chunky update to the Super Neptunia RPG game, so hit the plus button and update that one to get plenty of fixes and updates for this underrated gem. So there we go, a really big week and plenty to look forward to, so please let me know what you're picking up, or if you're still recovering from open wallet surgery from the summer sale. Remember, you have until sometime on Thursday to take advantage of that summer sale, so don't hesitate to dive in. I hope you all have good weeks, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye everyone!